Hey guys, this is Connor with Conquest HP. I've just got a few quick thoughts for you about wedding preparation. It's time to start thinking about that. We're coming into wedding season already. It's going to be there right around the corner. If you have a wedding on the books, maybe your own wedding, or just a day where you need to fit into a nice dress or a tux or a suit or something like that you haven't been into for a while, there are some really important considerations that you should think about starting now. And that's going to lead me right into point number one. If you need to look good for a picture, or you need to fit into a particular outfit, the best way to go about that is to just live at that leanness, live with the physique you like all the time. And I know it's easier said than done. And maybe you have to settle for for a physique you don't like, or just be comfortable with what you have right now. But it also means that if you want to make some change, you shouldn't be planning on making change just for a 3-day period and then gaining a whole bunch of weight again or something. Try to make sustainable life changes. Try to live with a physique that you're happy with all the time. That's just something you should be thinking about all the time, regardless of weddings anyways. But if you can do that, that's by far the best. That's the easiest thing to take into a big day. It takes a lot of pressure off of you when you're preparing for that big day. So by far the best approach. If you can't do that, if you're not quite where you'd like to be and you need to fit into a dress that you can't quite fit into yet or something like that, then what you're going to want to do is start right now. You're going to want to start as soon as possible. If you need to diet, if you need to lose a little bit of fat or gain a little bit of muscle or change your physique in some way, you're going to want to give yourself as much time as possible, because these things take longer to do sustainably than people think most of the time. And when you're leading up to a big day, there are lots of time constraints and schedule constraints and extra stress and all kinds of crazy things that'll throw you off a little bit. So to get ahead of those things, you need to start now. You need to start as soon as possible. You can make the whole process a little more gradual too, which is always nice on you if you don't have to crash diet or be extremely restrictive. But start as soon as possible before the big day. And of course, if you still have a year or 2 years until your big day, and you start now, then you can live with that body, live with that leanness that you want to take into the big day all the time, which takes you back to number one. That's the best way to do it. And lastly, one thing that people don't think about very much leading up to this big event is stress reduction. You need to do something. There's going to be all kinds of crazy demands on you that won't be there in everyday life that you won't be ready for. You have to pick out flowers and colors and big bills and all that kind of stuff. So rather than just trying to absorb it all and survive it and going crazy in the gym to kind of help cope with it, do some actual stress reduction techniques. Do some breathing, try some mindfulness meditation, do something to actually reduce the amount of stress that you're coping with. Because when you're stressed, the progress you've made in the gym can start to hide a little bit. You can start to retain water, it gets a little easier to gain fat. Emotional eating becomes more likely. So do something actively to reduce stress. And that's always a good idea, even if you're already kind of at the leanness that you want to be on the big day. Do something like that just to maintain your sanity, maintain your partner's sanity, maintain your waistline. Yeah, just do it all the time. Actually, do all of these all the time. It's always a good idea, but definitely a good idea bringing it into the wedding season. So if you have a big day planned this year, start here, start now. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me. I'm here to help. Leave a comment below, like, subscribe, check out conquesthp.com. And yeah, I'll be talking about this more in the coming months.